Hi everyone, it's Kasia. I was meant to be doing a live, but I think I'm just not up to it. It costs me too much energy. I don't have that energy right now. Nevertheless, I do want to just share some fun things with you because, life goes on. For some reason, I realized that life force, it is really creative, and that people lived, years under like wars and still live in war times, and they live, right? They live. They do not give up. The life force is strong. I think the power of life is very creative, and there's something about humans, I think, that we have that zest for life, and that may be what connects us with nature as well. There's this sense of renewal, and day by day, every day is a new day. So I thought I'm going to start with the serious stuff. So yes, there is war in Ukraine. I know that there's a lot of propaganda on the Russian side. A lot of people are not aware of what's going on, but I live 100 kilometers from Ukraine, and we get like 700,000 refugees we got in a week. So you can imagine, and mostly they're women and children, because men stay in Ukraine to like protect their country. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I know that this is not the first war that, broke. There have been wars, created by the US, UK, and etc., that we never really got rid of war. I even wrote in my newsletter, which if you want to sign up for it, just take a look at my website. You can sign up for it there. I wrote that we only had one generation without war in Europe, but we didn't. There was this fucking full-on intense Balkan war, which, I have a lot of personal friends, like really good friends from Bosnia and from Croatia and Serbia and all the other countries that, it was just horrific, and it was in the middle of Europe and nobody fucking did anything. So I think, and I'm not saying that it's so easy to do something, because, there's no easy solutions. It's also not white and black. There's history, there's context, there's so many things one needs to consider. You can't just go full on, military force to protect the suffering people right now, because that's Third World War right there. So I think we all hoping for some peaceful out of this situation. We don't know if it's possible or not. We'll see. But I realized some things. So life can change for you 360 degrees within a couple of days. And I know that, there were signs. People probably, as with every war, there is, things are leading up to it. But we're just hopeful beings. We fucking think nothing is going to happen. When it happens, and even though it's not happening in Poland, because I'm so close, I really feel like it's happening to me. And I think most Polish people feel the same, because we were where Ukraine is right now. I read this beautifully put article, and it said that Polish people help because they feel this war is visceral as much as logical help. You want to help people because they suffer. It's just, my point being that I feel like it's happening here. So yeah, life can change around 360 degrees, and suddenly things that seemed trivial, that seemed annoying, or like you didn't even pay attention to, you start valuing these things, like annoying neighbor downstairs who is always loud. Suddenly I don't mind them so much. It's a sign of life. You look out and you see people walking dogs, and like just little things that normalize you. I realized that I carry a lot of trauma, which I wasn't even knowing that I'm carrying, because it never really was broke open. It never really had to come up. And when trauma comes up, I can totally relate now to people who suffer from trauma, like, you know, Black people in America, because it's so hard to explain to someone, like, what is it, how that feels like. It feels kind of surreal. One thing that it does, it really takes you out of your body. And even though I'm a practitioner of meditation, and I was trying to do Vipassana, and I felt like I can't feel my eyes, I can't feel my ears, like I was just totally out of my body. And I was surprised by the amount of fear and anxiety, grief, crying, that not only myself, but so many of my friends, people who are young, who never experienced war, really felt. And this generational national karma as well, it's really strong. And that was very, like, in my face for myself, you know. So a lot of traumas are up here in my country right now. And because we in the east, like, you know, my city is the closest to Ukrainian borders, 100 kilometers away. Lviv is 200 kilometers away. And the fighting is happening much further away from here. But because we have so many friends there, we have so many refugees right now. And because we know how that feels when two, like, forces attack you and you totally alone against the odds, you know, like Poland was attacked from the west by Germans, Nazis, and from the east, from the Russia. And then for 40 years we had to pretend Russia didn't attack us, you know, that they liberated us, like they liberating Ukraine right now. And you're just going, fuck off, Putin. You know, this is just bullshit. So it's really I don't know, it's hard to find joy, and it's hard to it's hard to focus on doing regular stuff when you know that, you know, like, people are dying. So I was a bit caught by surprise, but by how much this has affected me and a lot of people here in Poland. And whoever I talk to, you know, people are just crying. Everybody remembers martial law, Second World War. It's just like, took a minute from, like, this peaceful, you know, rebelling country to go back to this traumatic experience. So any plans seem really futile, like during COVID, you know, whatever you planned now, just, you don't know what's going to happen. So we decided with my husband that we're going to rent our place to a family of our Ukrainian friend. So she managed to bring here her mother, grandmother, her sister, who has a 17-day-old child. She just gave birth and she had to run through the border to Poland to escape the war. So three of these women and the child is going to stay in our place. And we are going to Croatia because we decided for us right now the best thing is to remove ourselves from this intensity of it. It just feels intense, it feels full on. And I guess people have different, you know, different choices that they can make. We are lucky enough that we don't have children. We can work through internet. Many of my friends, you know, not like in Ukraine, people don't want to leave their homes, don't want to leave their jobs, you know, but now nothing works anyway. So we just don't know what's going to happen and how long it's going to take, and if it's going to, you know, spread. Is it going to become a bigger war? Is Putin going to ease up a bit? Like, nobody knows what's going on. So this leaving Poland right now and going to Croatia, we rented our place for 2 months to these people. Everybody here from Ukrainian side hopes they're going to go back home soon. And I hope they will, you know, but I look at astrology, Jupiter going into Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars, the god of war. Jupiter conjunction Neptune, huge deception, hopefully some healing. I'm hoping also maybe Jupiter in Aries will bring some new solutions, some new chapter to this world history. I pray for some wise leaders, leaders like Nelson Mandela, like Gandhi, that they bring peaceful solutions to impossible situations, and I really hope that's going to happen. And yet there is this, as much as heartbreaking this all is, there's so many heartwarming moments when you look around. There's the whole Polish society is buying things for Ukrainians, taking people homes, donating to different organizations, driving people, buying tickets. It could not have happened if regular people didn't stand up, and regular people did stand up, and there's incredible amount of help and neighborly, support for anyway strong Ukrainian communities. We had around 300,000 Ukrainian people living here anyway, and in Lublin, you hear Ukrainian language all the time. We're the same. We Slavs, right? And we know how it is to be on the wrong side of Russia, so we really feel it for Ukrainians. If you want to help, I will share some information below in the description box. Also, support Ukrainian people who still are in Ukraine, buy Ukrainian things. Also support us so that we can support them. If I earned more money, I wouldn't even take any money for rent from Ukrainian people, but I cannot afford doing this right now because I'm paying rent in Croatia, which is way higher than what I pay here. So please do not think that you just want to leave us in peace. Just help us, get the classes, get my readings. I don't want any money for free. I just want to work. So if you need anything, please, you know where to find me. And also no pressure. Please don't take it as a plea for buy things now. But I think sometimes people don't know how to behave. Sometimes people feel, oh, maybe, let's just leave Kasia in peace right now. No, I'm going to Croatia. I want to work. I want to, focus on life. And if I have enough money, I can support some people who I know here that need them more than I do in this particular situation. So just saying, okay? And I hope I can move now to the more pleasant thing. And I want to do it because, as I said, life goes on and life is still life, and we all want to live in peace. And as I said, we spoke to this Ukrainian friend yesterday, and they all hoping they're going to go home soon. I don't know, but hopefully. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this camera in a different setting so that you can, or maybe should I? Oh God. So what's different about this right now is that I'm feeling unsure if I will be able to come back home in 2 months, because this war is, it's a thin line. Is it going to become bigger? Is it going to be in Ukraine and Russia? Is it going to spread all over the place? Nevertheless, Poland is next, so it feels weird even talking about it. I don't want to create some drama here, but this is what's coming up for me. It's quite anxious. So I realized that the most important possessions that I have are my decks and my books. I don't care about the fucking clothes or, jewelry or all this shit. I would love to take my sculptures with me, but that's, that's too much. So I'm just going to leave everything but take this box of decks. And I think this box of decks will be enough to keep me busy for whatever, to the end of my life, if I need to, So what's in the box? Let me just go from, and I took decks that, I thought I haven't worked with them too much yet. For example, I'm taking the Mother Tarot because I thought I haven't played with this deck much, and it has so many colorful cards and so many, like, you know, beautiful colors, that I feel like I need color. I want some beauty right now. I want decks who are, like, you know, just bring some sweetness into the dark hazed days. So Mother Tarot is coming, Future Ancestor Tarot is coming, because I love it. I love it. And it's, again, gentle deck. Rose Alchemy, the roses, I'm taking them with me. I have to have one Rider-Waite-Smith. I like Albano Rider-Waite, so I'm going to take Albano White Tarot. I will take Jeanne Noble, just because it's tiny and I don't have to worry about it too much. Again, I'm taking this Tarot of the Holy Light, no, what is it? Of the Holy Spectrum. Tarot of the Holy Spectrum, because I haven't worked with it too much, and it also has just lovely colors and modern art, and I don't want to leave it behind just yet. So this is coming. Of course, I'm taking the Energy Archaeology Oracle and the book, because I read it use it for readings often, and I love it. I want to take the Lonely Dreamer Tarot. It's beautiful. The art is amazing. I know that the girls have just working on a Kickstarter for the Oracle, which is also really quite incredible. And yeah, I'm excited about the Oracle. Victoria, who is writing the books and the booklet, I think she said she wants to send me the review copy, and I want to have the deck as well to see how they work together. I'm taking the Poesis Oracle, because Poesis Oracle, I love to use it for the client readings, and it's a great deck. Of course, I wouldn't move without the Mary deck, so the Black Madonna Tarot and Mysteries of Mary, they coming with me. The gems, because they just lovely. I'm going to focus on Toph a little bit more, so I thought maybe if I have time I'm going to do more of the toffee based things. So this is the Tabula Mundi Tarot. How does it focus? I have the color edition. I used to have the black and white one too, but I sold it. I received this deck from my friend Ella, and it's by Ellen Lorenzi Prince. And these are these She Who Watches Oracle. They just tales, like tales or fairy tales from America, from Columbia River, George. So I want to take a look at it. I'm taking the... What am I taking? Oh, I'm so privileged that I can even fucking talk about it and just take shit and go away for a while. So this is Tarot Oracle based on Toph, and it's called Outgrow Yourself Oracle. I love this deck. I'm taking the Tuatha De Danann by Aline White Swan, just because it's a new deck and I want to play with it a little bit more. I have two animal decks, I realized. I might leave one, I see. But this one is the, you know, a really old deck by Tom Andrews. And his book is really sweet. He writes a lot about animals and they kind of really natural way of doing things. So I will do this deck, because the other one that I'm taking is White Messenger's Oracle, and it's also an animal deck. I'm going to take Chakra Arcana deck from Carol Herzer. This one has like chakras cards. Do you know it? It has chakra cards and it has like pairs of major arcana connected to, pairs of chakras and one major arcana connected to these chakras. And then I'm going to take this is an intense deck, so I'm going to definitely take it with me and see. I'm using usually like one card of this Choir Magician deck. So I don't know if you guys know this one. I'm pretty sure I showed it before. And this is a deck I received from a Croatian friend. Last time I was in Croatia, or at some point we did an exchange, and she sent it to me in this cute bag. Forest of the Precious Twigs and the Wistar Oracle together that I just received from Trisha. I've done a review of these two. You can take a look. So what else is in the box? I don't feel like pulling this all out. Okay, but I will. All right, once I started. So Story Medicine Tarot and 1 and 2. I'm not taking the Baba Yaga soup because I'm not using it enough. I'm taking the deck from Natalia Ouroboros, so her oracle, because it's a special gift and I want to have it. I'm taking the little Sovereign Oracle decks because why not? They're kind of cute and you can really play with them and use them as spreads. I'm taking one Lenormand deck. 1889 Lenormand is a really sweet one. I'm loving my deck of characters, so I'm going to take it. You can play with people who are a bit afraid of tarot and they still, So all my glitter and the tiny little one Rider-Waite-Smith from Carol Herzer are coming. The other animal deck that I said was the Wild Messenger Oracle, and I love the book for this one as well. It has amazing prayers and it's just really cool. I'm taking this little essential oils deck, and I'm going to take my essential oils too. From the I thought, like, I'm not going to leave the tarot, the Ozarks, behind because I like it, so I'm going to take it, but I haven't used it recently much. But it's just one of these decks. I need a traditional dodel, Noble, which I have because it's the small one. But for readings for clients, I use often the Bright Future Tarot, so I'm going to take this one. I need some Polish love, so Self-Love Tarot with a Polish booklet from Hania. I'm going to take this one with me, and also the other cutie is the Playful Heart Tarot, which Zara created, and yeah, this deck is also very sweet and the book is so good. Well, then I'm taking, you wouldn't be surprised, the Moon Baby Magic Tarot by Angela. I love this deck. I'm also taking the Mystique, the Lux, what is it? Lux Umbra Tarot. It's this peep deck. I am taking my Folarcos because last time I didn't take it and I missed it. I'm taking my Greeny Toff and Margaret Peterson, of course. I'm taking the Red Seed Tarot because it's also fairly new to me and I still just don't have enough to play with it. Of course, my Oracle of Initiation by Melissa is coming with, as is the Dark Goddess Tarot and the book, because I just love this deck. And I decided to take also these Voices of the Dark Mothers Oracle, which is black and white, and it's just these women, but they kind of fairly evocative and black and white and abstract, like symbolic. So I love this oracle, so I'm going to take it. It has a little book as well, and I know that the author, I forgot her name now, she's working on Mary Magdalene. She did it, she just wants to print it. And recently I realized that I also, for Tough Studies, I want to take this Tough Journey Oracle of Change, because it's an interesting deck. And yeah, I want to take some books, so I'm going to take Susan Chang, 36 Secrets. I'm going to take book M. This is one for astrology that I want to, it's like experiential, lots of kind of interesting ideas how you can experientially play with the knowledge of astrology. And I want to take this Arias book and Book of Thoth, which I have the beautiful edition. And I think even if I don't get that much work, maybe I create some more classes, or you know, like just figure out what I can do with my time and maybe just learn. And I also want to take bush flowers because they're very nice for emotional, just recognizing emotions, which I think when you in this heightened emotional state, it's quite hard to sometimes name an emotion, like you're not quite sure what's actually happening to you. So I realize sometimes I just, you know, would cry and I don't know, am I sad, am I frustrated, am I angry, what the fuck is happening? So yeah, this is the box, and the box is hopefully, you know, coming back here and reuniting with all the other decks. And I'm just hoping it's all going to work the way, you know, we kind of hoping for, all of us here, and mostly, you know, Ukrainian people. Anyway, anything else? No, that's it, my friends. It's nearly half an hour. I meant to do it live, but yeah, I can't. Not yet. Maybe I will do some lives from Croatia. I hope I'm going to regain my strength then and have enough, you know, capacity to crack jokes again and just be alive a bit more. But right now, just thank you for all the messages. Thank you to all the people who wrote me. It's appreciated. It feels nice, you know, when you think, even if you think, oh, it's just words, it's okay, it's okay. And also you don't have to feel forced to, you know, talk about war all the time or post all the time about it. Like, just live and be a good human. Just be a good human. Care about people, care about different people. Care about everyone and everything, you know. We need that. And as Thich Nhat Hanh said, you know, suffering is ephemeral. That's why human beings can transform it. And this is going to be my focus. But I also realized now is the time to walk my talk, you know, to preach. The preacher needs to walk the talk. And in times like this, you do face this, wow, who are you right now? You know, what's important? How can you keep peaceful within when everything around you is crazy and there's so much suffering? It's really hard. It's really hard. So I'm trying. But yeah, send me your strength. And as I said, I want to work. So if you guys were thinking at some point or purchasing classes from me or readings, I'm up for it. You know, from next week I'm going to be in a peaceful place and I can focus on stuff and do my job, which I do the best, you know, and offer what I can offer best. So thanks for everything. Thank you for watching this, and I see you from Croatia. I will be more in touch, I hope. I want to. So I hope to do a live or, you know, just be a bit more present. Bye.